The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Butcher's Bible podcast. I'm your host, Luke.
And I'm Ant.
Just two blokes preaching the good word of the meat industry.
One episode at a time, Bonza, mate.
Nice. So good to see you, Ant. How's it been?
Yeah, it's been ripper.
I don't want
Absolutely ripper, mate.
He is. He's not that bad, is he? He's kind of Britished up.
I can't do it for this long. To be fair, it's a horrible accent to do for a long time.
Yeah. 34 years he's been doing it, and that's quite incredible. Right, today I'm joined by the one and only Doug Dalziel.
Hello.
I said it right that time.
You did say it right, well done.
I've got Doug joining me as a guest butcher today because Anthony is in rehab.
Not for anything like that, but
No,
we are trying to, we're trying to slowly
rid of his,
batter that Irish Australian accent out of him.
Yeah, so he's gone to rehab for that terrible accent, and he'll be back soon. He's just a busy boy currently.
Full dialect coaches and everything, trying to make him sound nice and British.
Yeah, like because the riots that they're going on, they're getting anyone and everyone out now, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Australians, the like. Oh, how's it going, man?
Yeah, good, mate. I have just finished my week off from the block.
You have.
So although you've invited me on here to talk about life on the block, I've just had a lovely week off of it.
How was it? What'd you do?
So I went camping with the family.
Mm-hmm.
So me, the missus, two small boys, and a family friend in a tent for a week. It was intense.
I bet.
Yeah, intense.
Far away?
Both senses of the term.
Oh, fairly local. It was intense.
I'm really pleased with that pun that you didn't pick up on it.
Oh,
really pleased with that.
I'm normally with it. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited that you're here.
Okay. Yeah, no, not far. Just Bodiam. So only like 20 minutes down the road, but far enough away that you're not bumping into everyone that you know when you go out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. Good weather. We only had one wet, horrible, windy night, but it meant it was a good excuse.
It's quite fun when you're camping, isn't it, though?
It is, unless you're in an air tent that literally, when it gets really high winds, bows down to like the floor because it is just full of air.
It's like ones with the instead of using poles, you pump it up.
Yeah. So air inner tubes, which means they move in the wind. They don't break, but it does mean if a wind's strong enough, the tent roof suddenly comes across your face as you're just lying in bed.
Lapping you.
Yeah.
Damn. Apart from that, it was all good.
Yeah, it was all good. Fires every night.
Cooking
Kids
over
ate
fire.
Kids ate their body weight in marshmallows.
Brilliant. S'mores.
Oh yeah. No, I took the Weber with me. I took the full Weber Master Touch with me. I wasn't gonna slum it on some little campsite barbecue.
Bet everyone was like, "What's this good? Were you hanging pineapples off of trees and that?"
No, I couldn't work out a way to rig that up. Otherwise, I definitely would have.
That's good. Can't tell us about some of the things you cooked, or was it all fairly family friendly?
It was all fairly family friendly. I mean, just before we went, bought myself a pizza stone. So did proper pizzas on the stone. Steaks. I think the boys became obsessed with eggy bread. Did eggy bread every morning.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, apart from that, it's just the standard, sausages, bacon, but done properly.
Brilliant. Well, me and Ryan missed you. We were holding.
Oh yeah, thanks for holding the fort whilst I was away, mate.
It's fine. It's quite busy. Quite busy. Quiet afternoons this week. I think it's still the summer holidays, so quiet afternoons in the old mill farm shop. But it built up in the afternoons. Burgers, mate. Burgers is what people wanted. Burgers and kebabs.
Oh, your burgers are just a non-stop machine at Middle Farm. We've made a rod for our own back with the amount of flavours we make.
Yeah, it's true.
And yeah, but people want what they want, and we've got to deliver.
Ryan knows what's up. He gets it, and he's really working hard, that boy.
Yeah, he doesn't say much, but he takes it all in and he listens, and he just beavers away. So he phoned me today to let me know what I needed to order for tomorrow. Cheers,
Really?
boss. Thanks, boss. Will do.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good laugh. And he's starting to open up to me now, which is great. And I feel like we kind of just, I don't know, just bonding, just getting to know each other. It's nice.
Oh, my boy's having some special time together. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I do.
Well, it must be nice to have him there instead of me at the block, because then you can get a word in edgeways, right?
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I did that picture that I put up on Instagram of the Wagyu,
Yeah.
and then you were like, "What the fuck happened to my counter?"
Oh yeah, I could tell.
What do you mean? What happened to your counter? I put it in a window. And you're like, "All right, send me a video of it. I know you took one." You got the seal of approval though.
It did. It was a very good window.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's a very good window. I knew you couldn't resist eventually. I mean, how long's it since you put in a window?
I put that a couple of years now actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm scared to do it when you're there, because you'll be like, doesn't go over there. One of those.
You made me sound like a tyrant.
No, you're not. I also left the wing tips on the wings as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
But they with the wing, right? When it's got the three bones.
Yeah.
Your main humerus, your tibia, fibula, whatever. That's the leg.
Yeah.
Radius and ulnar.
Yeah.
And the tip. You can fold it around as if it was on a roasting bird, like when it's folded up round underneath. Yeah. You can do that in the counter. And it looks super duper neat.
I know, but my thing is always going that little bit extra and removing those things that customers aren't going to want to eat and only paying for what they're going to eat.
Yeah, I know.
That's always been my thing. Same as why French trim the French trim the legs and take the socks off, just because.
Yeah, I did that.
Final little finish the customers like the look of.
It was quite good. I asked Ryan how to do it. He's like, a butcher of your caliber should know how to do it. I was like, no, how do you do it? Because I know how I would do it.
Yeah.
And he showed me. He was like, just like that. And then the first time I did it, I just snapped the leg in half.
You don't know your own strength.
I don't. Yeah. And he found that absolutely hilarious. So we had a good little laugh at that. And I told him to be quiet. I was like, shut up, you.
But he did also dob you in as well from the other week. Apparently someone came in to say and announce that they were a vegetarian, and you just went, well, congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, but if vegetarians are fine because they eat eggs and eat cheese.
Yeah.
Right? But with the vegans, when they say, I'm vegan, you say, I hope you get better soon. Get well soon. But
well, usually my response is whenever they say I'm a vegan or I'm a vegetarian, is go, oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That's usually my go-to response.
It was a sarcastic congratulations, though.
Yeah. But no, Ryan did tell me he found it quite humorous.
He did. He really did. He was. I don't know what he was doing, but he had his back to the counter, similarly to me and you the other week, and I was like, and that was a laugh.
Yeah.
He did the old shoulder jiggle.
Yeah, it's always a shoulder jiggle.
You're like, oh, he found it funny. He's
right when you're serving and shouldn't be laughing.
I know. What was it that bloke said the other week? He came in and was like, oh, this all looks delicious. I'll have 2 of your yummy burgers.
Oh, yeah, it was the yummy burgers he kept telling you about, wasn't it? I'll have 2 of them yummy burgers.
That I had Doug behind me, just audible to me. You were going, oh, yummy. Yummy. And then he was going, what next? And you were like, bloody hell, come on, hurry up. Rations are over.
No, that was a different one that was like trying to judge the exact size sausage you wanted, and it's like, war's over, mate. Just take sausages.
Yeah. We had someone turn up who ordered. Oh, he was umming looking through the counter. He was like, "No bacon, then." No, we have bacon up in the unit just here. What were you after? He was like 60 rashers. Like really put the pronunciation on the 60. Similarly to my chicken wing.
Yeah.
60 rashers of bacon, please. Ryan was straight over. He was like, Of which type? He was not going to let this sale go.
No.
And this guy has 60 rashers of bacon, all in like one or two massive bags.
Hey, so we get a lot of that this time of year. It's definitely we get the campsite guys coming in that have come from further afield and think, I'll use a nice local farm shop for my meat. And they always, 24 rashers of bacon, 24 sausages, 24 burgers. How many of you are there? It was 4 of us.
Yeah, for the week. And we're
Yeah.
gonna keep it in a cool box, which is going to be 4 to 5 degrees.
Yeah.
Just on the limit of everything getting sweaty in there,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't think that. There are a few campsites around Middle Farm, aren't there?
Yeah.
Around Firle.
Yes, around Firle. There's some quite posh campsites.
Yeah.
There's a lot of yurts and glamping around us. But we are an odd one for the summer because I know when you're in the high street, school holidays can kind of kill trade for a little bit, can't they? Because everyone goes away.
Right.
And whereas we are a holiday, well, not a holiday, we are a tourist attraction, as it were.
Right. You're more of a destination.
Yeah.
Quick
So
passing through.
summer holidays can be quite busy for us. But it's kind of double-edged sword because all the regulars think, it'll be really busy, I'll stay away. I'll stay away till after summer holidays.
Yeah.
And then if it's a really nice day, because we are a popular destination, you could have quiet days because everyone's thinking the same thing, going, I'll be really busy, I'll leave it today.
Or everyone could be out on the farm. They won't be in the shop.
Yeah.
Because the other day, I walked outside for some fresh air, and the car park was rammed, but the shop, quiet as anything.
Yeah.
It was mad. But it's good. Tell you what, that Wagyu looked good.
Yeah, the Wagyu was very good.
The ribs look brilliant. With the reel you put up, I was like, ooh, I've got something to look forward to.
Yes, those shore ribs. Yeah, we've been really lucky with that, finding a supplier of that. So it's I get them via Alton's down in Bournemouth. But yeah, they're using a supplier. I think it's just north of the Scottish borders.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's all purebred, nice, sexy Wagyu.
Does
It's
it
the kind
really
of
good.
it's the kind of meat when you cut into it and then you go, ooh.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Someone asked for like a small wafer thin of the sirloin just to try it, and I said, actually, this is the best way to have it because it's a rich meat. You don't need a whole freaking 10 ounces of it.
No.
And it was me and Ryan were both like, I was like trying to, even though I was cutting it, I was trying to take a peek, like as I was cutting it. And you're like, ooh, so it's tasty cakes. Yeah, it's just something to behold. People are coming in going, oh, look at that. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
You might not sell lots of it, maybe for the price point, or the people might find it far too decadent for a Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah. I mean, I've got my customers that I know will buy it and not even blink at the price. And then we have had a few instances of people buying a steak, me saying it's going to cost this much. You can see their face go slowly white and they go, yeah, that's okay. And then 20 minutes later, one of the girls from the shop will come up and go, I found this packet in the cheese counter down the bottom. Someone's obviously left it where they've abandoned it somewhere else in the shop.
What a shame.
But at least they put it in the fridge.
That's very true. The thing is, as a butcher, I don't really care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I don't care that is a thing. Like, just come up to me and go, actually, I've changed my mind. And I'll go, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Obviously, under my breath, I'll be like, you fucking piece of... But I'd rather you give me the produce back so I can try and resell it than...
Yeah, rather than hide it.
Yeah, and me maybe lose however much a kilo that is, the ribeye. I won't necessarily say it on here, but that's straight up no good, no bueno.
Yeah.
If you can lose that, sorry, my headset's going to run out of battery, so I'm kind of faffling around.
You faff
I'm
away.
faffing. It's just, it's just not on. I'd much rather people go, you know what, this isn't for me. Maybe another day when my Christmas bonus comes in.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get some Wagyu, but whatever. Different strokes for different folks.
Exactly.
I'm like, sure, I've got some mince in the fridge if that's what you want.
Yeah. You got some mince and some chicken breasts, and that'll do, yeah.
So you're getting in boneless primals with the Wagyu.
Yeah.
That's all. Are you thinking, is there a possibility of getting in bone-in loins, foreribs?
There is. I'm speaking to Ben, who's my contact at Alton's. He's the main man apart
Yeah.
from Billy Alton. But there could be a possibility of getting some proper bone-in rump and loins and some roasting sides as well.
Of like for because what is let's say I'm not very good on the grading. I never really learnt it, but would you say that is close to the A5 Shiznit?
I would say, yeah. I mean, I've only had 2 deliveries of this new stuff come in.
Because it looks like the real deal.
It does, yeah. I mean, I'm not that up on the gradings either. To be fair, it's one of my knowledge gaps, as it were, that I've always meant to look into.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, it's definitely. I mean, we've had some other Wagyu that's meant to be purebred, or some of the crossbreeds and stuff, and half the time you can get a better marbled like Sussex or Hereford than some of the sort of crossbreeds that come through.
Yeah.
With some of those crossbreeds, I think a lot of it is just sold on the fact of the name that it is Wagyu.
Sure. I mean, a couple of the people that I have processed for, they do Wagyu crosses. You know, they call it Wagyu, but I think if the sire, the male, is the Wagyu, it is a Wagyu cross rather than it being the other way around. So it wouldn't be a Sussex cross Wagyu, it's a Wagyu cross Sussex, let's say.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So the male takes precedence in the name. So that you can kind of say it's Wagyu is like the main trait.
Yeah. Have you ever looked at the price of what it is to buy a breeding male that's a pure breed Wagyu?
No. Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking at like 10, 15 grand for one cow.
Even just for like UK genetics, not necessarily Japanese.
Yeah, just UK.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's mental.
That is.
I know.
That's a long time before you're making your investment back on that.
It's true. That's very, very true. You know, and these people who we are processed for, it's great beef. If you look on my Instagram, it's great beef.
Yeah.
Some of it, the Wagyu cross. And it's fucking massive. There's a picture of me next to its to a forequarter.
Mm.
And it's like 5.5 foot from top of the brisket to even to the neck, to where the shin shoots down.
Yeah.
Massive thing. But that's a Wagyu, it's a red Wagyu cross. Either Angus or Sussex. I think Angus because of the size of it.
Yeah.
But it still looks great.
Yeah.
You know? But I couldn't hazard a guess how much they're selling carcasses for.
No, I think
it's masses, but it's enough.
I think I bought a few years ago now, I bought a cross Wagyu whole body from Jack Hutchins, who I use for everything else, and I think that was $7.50 a kilo.
That's not so bad. That's like on par with the whole pasture for life stuff, and
yeah,
you know, up was their sort of higher tier whole carcass prices.
Yeah. So not too bad.
No, not bad at all. So what you got looking forward to, or what do you have? Blah blah blah. What do you have to look forward to this week, apart from working with myself and Ryan?
Well, I'm pretty sure I have got, if it's not already in the fridge, there will be a first body of venison for the season arriving. So I'm guessing by your face, nothing came in Thursday, Friday.
No.
Friday. But yes, so I literally
would have been like, looked around and gone, why is this here? It's still the summer.
No, I've already been offered. Did I want the first few of the fallow? Spud, my gamekeeper's going to be starting shooting. So
great name.
Yeah,
shout out
name,
Spud.
Spud,
fucking brilliant.
But yeah, because last year some of the fallows he sent in the beginning of the season were humongous.
Right, these going to be smaller, cute little animals.
And now I've asked him for the big boys.
There's going to be some good fat on them though this time.
Yeah,
really good fat. So is that for selling, or is that going to be for like pat and pack?
No, that'll be for selling.
That's cool.
That'll be for selling. So
people ask for venison quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the Middle Farm for a long time was known primarily as a game butcher's.
Yeah. Prior to you taking it on, really.
Yeah, prior to me taking it on. I mean, we still do a lot of game.
Yeah.
But we are seasonal with it.
Yeah, same as anyone. You want to get the stuff in and work with the seasons rather than just getting any pest control farm stuff in.
But I think there is definitely less game out there, and there's definitely, unfortunately, less demand for game than there used to be.
When you say less game, how do you mean? Because there's fucking tons of them.
Well, I've not had any decent supply of rabbits for 2 years.
Apparently, they are the most elusive animals currently in 2024.
Yeah.
You literally cannot get them for love nor money anywhere. I've after you said this the other week, I got in touch with my game dealer, and he was like, "Yeah, no chance, no chance." He said he's going out. He's even going out lamping, old school style now.
Yeah.
He's like, nothing's working. He says it's easier to get squirrel than to get rabbit. Fucking mad.
Because I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I've like speaking to Spud in the past, sending someone out rabbiting for the night. They might only come back with 6, and he's still got to pay him for a full night's work, and he's only bringing back 6. You know, there just isn't the numbers out there anymore. Wow. And I had last game season, I had no wild duck either. Just couldn't get hold of it.
Well, like mallard.
Yeah. Just couldn't get hold of it at all. But I think there is a decline in demand for it as well from customers.
Yeah. I think people still like, I love duck, but then that's them getting the Gressingham duck from supermarkets. And most butchers are getting Gressinghams or Barbary. So.
Yeah.
It's probably like that. But yeah, venison is just, everyone's like, me and Ant have spoken about this, that the demand is there for game, but it's very much softly with the clientele of whatever establishment you're working in.
Yeah. I mean, you always ease them in burgers and sausages.
Right.
And then you move on to your steaks, and then your roast and joints, and
yeah, they always see it as a bit daunting.
Yeah,
funny, isn't it? Really funny.
But it is a cost-effective meal. That's the thing. Venison doesn't need to be expensive.
It can be.
I think it can be. I think there are some places that put a premium on it,
but it shouldn't be
venison, and it's seen as a posh meal, as it were.
But it shouldn't be seen as that anymore.
But it's not,
because it's everywhere, and it's extremely available.
Yeah.
So that the price should have dropped dramatically.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really lucky as well to help me sell my venison. Is obviously I've done a bit of work with Nick Weston down at Hunter Gather Cook, so.
Right.
I've seen the amount of dishes that can be churned out from just one body of venison, and what is the potential to do with it. And
so you've got the inside knowledge to get people to talk about it.
Yeah, and then to impart that knowledge onto customers to, it doesn't just need to be a roast. It doesn't just need to be some steaks, Yeah,
it's very true. Like the small medallions, which everyone wants.
Yeah.
No. I mean, like the arse end of last year, I was probably doing 4 or 5 venison a week, and it was all leg steaks and burgers.
Yeah.
I was like, there's more. This is me just straight processing for hunters.
Yeah.
Stalkers for themselves. And they're like, the kids won't eat anything else. The roast, the steaks for me and the wife, and the burgers for the kids.
I mean, I've got a customer that he doesn't get venison off of me because he's got 2 friends that hunt.
Yeah.
And they just give him the fillets because they can't get rid of them.
Really? Well, that's backstraps.
Yeah.
That's all people want.
Yeah. No, apparently they all his friends, when they process for other people, can do is burgers, leg steaks, sausages. And he just gives his mate the backstraps.
Funny, isn't it? That's like £200.
Yeah. But a venison backstrap, you can treat exactly the same as you would beef fillet.
Yeah. I was like, can you hear the planes coming over me?
No.
It's literally like it's landing on top of the house.
You sure it's not the police helicopter? It's found you?
I hope not.
Okay. I can't hear anything.
Okay, good. Right.
All I can hear is my laptop that sounds like it's going to take off.
All right, that's fine then. That's cool. Mine's exactly the same because it's fucking sweaty right now. You're talking about getting venison in. It's still 27 degrees
No.
at 10 at night. Come on.
Venison kebabs.
I've never had venison kebabs.
Never had venison kebabs.
No.
Beautiful. They sell like hotcakes this time of year. It's that time of year. You put something on a stick, people will buy it.
Yeah, I know. I was literally doing it for hours last week.
You were doing it. I'm not paying you to put stuff on sticks. You better be breaking down.
Are you telling me?
Oh, jeez. That's not a good use of your time.
This was the last thing that I did, though, because everything was pretty much done and settled. And it was either that or make the burger mixes prior to making the burgers.
Right.
So, obviously, you know me. I whiz through everything super fast, right?
Yeah.
When I finally get round to doing it.
Yeah.
And
when you get in on time.
When I get in on time, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started. Oh my
God. This isn't a work evaluation.
It's not a work evaluation. Friday, I'll talk about it after. But it's not oftentimes that my child really winds me up. But
is this not an on-pod conversation?
No, it's not. She wasn't well, right? And she was supposed to be going to holiday club. Whatever it is. And that didn't happen. So there was a quick turnaround and quite a mighty detour.
Okay. You can tell me off pod on that one then.
I will. It's not good. And Ryan was like, that's kids for you. Thank you, Ryan. Glad to see you're so sympathetic with my situation.
He's a man of few words, but he means what he says.
He's fucking brilliant, that boy. He really makes you laugh.
He's great with my kids. He chats to them about Minecraft all the time.
Hell yeah.
My boys are obsessed with Minecraft. So they'll tell him something and he'll go, oh yeah, I've completed that bit already.
Well, yeah. The Ender Dragon, Daddy.
Yeah.
So funny. I've completed that bit as well, by the way.
Oh, well done. Well done, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. What else was that? What happened?
How are you finding it? Middle Farm, you're what? 4 weeks in, 5 weeks in? Be honest.
4 weeks in, 5 weeks, 4 weeks. Once, at least one day. So I'm about 8 days in.
Yeah.
6-8 days. I can't quite count. Yeah, it's great, mate. It's just nice being out back in retail. There's often times when I realise why I left retail, because customers can be royal a-holes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then you do get some customers who just totally get your banter and you go, this is quite fun.
Yeah.
But I think the reason I left retail in the first place was because I was just so tired of it. And having been stuck in a box with Dan for 2 years, just literally absolutely harrowing each other, like with insults and jokes and everything, and doing the whole, have I told you this? Yes, several times. Yes. Yeah. That kind of thing. It's just nice to get back out into the world, you know? And Middle Farm's great because you're actually doing like proper counters with just meat. There's no sort of the value added stuff is limited to kebabs and burgers. Like, what was your thought process to go to being like, I'm not going to do the showy bits and bobs that a lot of other sort of like craft butchers do, let's say?
Well, I mean,
because I appreciate that as a butcher who just wants to get stuck into the meat and stack it up and sell it and be proud of the produce that you're creating, rather than what we see on Instagram with all these great butchers but creating things that are a bit more showy and artwork than.
Yeah. I mean, I think at one point I was very much along those lines of, let's get as many chicken breasts stuffed with different things and put into the counter with different flavours.
Is that because you thought that would sell better than the actual product raw?
Yeah, to be 100%, I thought it would look good on Instagram if I did it.
You're just like all of us. Everyone's like,
just to
I'm
be
create this
a complete Instagram whore and go, what will look good when I take a picture of it? But it's only since, the last 2 years since I've come back to Middle Farm and I've moved away from that because I've wanted to focus more on the quality of the ingredients and the quality of the produce that I'm putting in the counter. So, for example, the chicken breasts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy pods of chicken breasts. We don't have Dutch imports, Polish imports. We have Sutton Hoo chicken that we take the chicken breast off and do it that way.
Yeah.
Which then means, a good quality, the price I sell my chicken breasts for, skin on, you're still looking at £5-6 just for one chicken breast.
Yeah.
If I'm then doing everything else with it, adding in, Stilton or, garlic butter or anything like that, and then costing that in and then still then accounting for my time to make those things, you could be looking at having to sell it for, 11, 12 quid. No one's going to buy that. So for me, it's just all about focusing on the quality of the produce we're putting in.
Yeah.
And advising customers, we have garlic butter in the farm shop. We have breadcrumb in the farm shop. If they want to make a good quality Kiev, it won't take long for them at home to do it for just the two of them themselves.
And that's the fun of it. That's the fun of cooking.
Exactly. And they'll get so much more out of it.
Yeah.
People
are so time poor currently.
And we still do get asked, or when are you going to do your black garlic Kievs and things? And they did sell well.
Yeah.
But time restraints, I've got and I don't need, I think.
There's only two of you, mate. And that's the thing. Yeah. That's the thing that I've noticed is
there's only two of us even when you're in as well.
Like anywhere, just there's time just disappears.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be farting around with, albeit pointless value-added stuff that won't sell in your shop.
Yeah.
I mean, as well as another raw product.
And I had this conversation with Simon Maynard the other week. Shout out Simon.
Yeah.
Because he's the same. He doesn't do the value added and things because he hasn't got time to do it, and it's not the type of butchery he wants to do, which I completely get.
Mm-hmm.
But the other reason value added are good for some butchers, not all. Well, it helps them get rid of stock. I'm not saying it's short dated stock, but if they've got a lot, that helps it to move a bit quicker.
Yeah, I mean, this is a shout out to Harry's episode, which was just on Friday.
Yeah.
2/3, if not 3/4 of his sales are his. Now he said this: his ready meal and his value added products.
Yeah,
he has maybe a quarter of a counter which has just got raw, unadulterated meat.
Yeah,
everything else is trays. Like you can see it from his Instagram. He's constantly making Hunter's chicken or chicken parmesan. Just all the time. And their whole carcass butchery is fairly limited. He said this in the episode. So it's so to where you work is so it dictates so much.
Yeah, and what your customer base is.
Yeah.
Is everything really.
Yeah, and I guess you've really transitioned, and you do get these people in which sort of are there for the meat,
Yeah.
And it's great
to us because they want to know where it's from, what it's eaten, what its name was, what its blood type was, whether it liked Grey's Anatomy or The Bear on Disney Plus. They want to know the ins and outs of it.
Yeah,
and we can tell them that.
That's brilliant. And the goat's going really well as well.
Yeah, goat's always a
goat legs,
seller.
The diced goat. People are always like, "Ooh, goat, ooh, lovely."
Yeah. And they're always willing to give it a try. I will give them that. You will get a few people that go, "Oh, goat, I don't want to eat that." Oh no, but I just tell them give it a try. And it starts with the simple things: curried goat sausages, our jerk goat burgers.
Those goat burgers, frickin' bomb, my guy. They're so good. They're really good, and I have the sausages as well, and they're a big hit, even with my daughter. So,
good.
I'll be snagging some more of them.
But yeah, no, the jerk goat burgers, they were meant to be a one-off, and they have not stopped selling since.
They're fucking great.
So shout out Leonard's for the jerk seasoning that we used.
Hell yeah, shout out Leonard's.
It's
good.
Yeah, so I mean that's going back to your previous question.
And
you've seen the size of the counter. We're what? I've got 2 4-foot counters.
Yeah.
that's not a lot of space. And I want to maximize showing off everything that we're taking off the bone, from that. I mean, in an ideal world, I'd have the whole thing as a counter and we'd have nothing in packets. But that's not how the world goes, not how we work.
It's not. People come in and they don't want to talk to us.
Yeah.
Which is fine. They just grab shit and run away. That's literally it.
And I get that. And that is still left over from supermarket shopping and things like that.
Yeah. You just appreciate that they're coming to you guys. Not a supermarket.
Yeah.
Or being a vegan vegetarian.
A what? You said we weren't allowed to use any really bad swear words on this.
Yeah. No obscenities.
I said two of the really bad V ones.
Yeah. Oh, you can't say the V word.
No, no.
Right. I'm loving it at Middle Farm. It's freaking great.
Good. And it's nice to work alongside someone that I can just shout League of Gentlemen quotes at all day.
Sorry, I was just snotted. Yeah, it's fucking funny. I've forgotten how much fun it is to be with people who actually make me laugh.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Sorry, Dan doesn't listen to this, so he won't be offended.
Oh, fair enough. This is the first episode he listens to.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not funny.
This motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah. But
He's
it is.
classic. Have I told you this?
It's one of those things, isn't it? That I mean, Ryan's great. Love working with Ryan, and I like teaching him. But at the end of the day, I'm 10 years, if not a bit more, older than him.
Yeah.
We don't have similar interests.
And you're well deep into the trade when he's just starting out.
Yeah. Whereas you come along, we work at a similar pace.
Yeah.
We have the same interests.
Yeah.
And the same weird, warped sense of humour.
Very dark sense of humour.
So it does just make the day go quicker.
It does, and it's funny, and it's very much, I appreciate the people that I work with more the older I get, the further I get into the trade. You do make lifelong connections, and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I still talk to my Mr. Miyagi, if you will, and he's down in Yeovil, and like near Ant almost.
Yeah.
And he's probably, I don't know, pushing 60, 70 now.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just talking. Anyway, I have a news headline for you.
I love a news headline. Give me a news headline.
Record. No, I read that wrong.
Read the news headline correctly, please.
I'm trying. Here we go. Right. Here's a good one for you to get your teeth into, or not. Beyond Meat, the company, don't come for us, reports wider than expected losses as sales decline.
Good.
I'm not surprised because it was a bit of a, or still is, a bit of a gimmick.
Oh, it was very on trend for a while, wasn't it? And everyone was trying to get on the market with their own, this isn't meat, but tastes like meat.
Yeah. Here's a quote for you from a spokesperson of the business. They're not naming them because they've probably been shot. It remains an uphill battle for the plant-based industry as consumers are tightening their belts and are less likely to try new premium grocery brands. So they're marketing themselves as premium.
Yeah.
When we all know that it's full of junk.
I think I looked once. I had gloves on, but I did pick up a packet of Beyond Burgers, or one of them, in the supermarket. And I think they were like 4-ounce burgers, and for two of them, it was like $4.50.
Yeah.
For two, like 4-ounce bits of mushroom mashed together, basically.
With beetroot juice to mimic the blood coming out of it. Don't forget that, because that's what the vegans want.
Yeah. They want it to look like meat, just not be meat.
Yeah.
Which I've never understood.
And, maybe people are realizing that the ingredients within, this was published on the 6th, by the way, 6th of August, so
Right.
5 days ago. Maybe they're realizing what is actually in it and it's not good, and that they're seeking alternative vegan foods.
Yeah.
My brother's vegan, and he doesn't really eat much of the imitation food. He's very much sort of like quite puritanical, and he's not very preachy about it, which is fine.
But yeah. Well, he's rare amongst the vegan community then.
You can't say that. You can't say rare.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
He's a medium rare amongst the vegan community. No, he is. He's very much so. He doesn't. He'll have the those sausages, whatever the name is.
Linda McCartney?
That's the one. He'll have them every now and then, but he's pretty much just like a hummus and actual very much greens and nuts sort of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of gets me onto my high horse in terms of the great propaganda of the evils of the meat industry and the damage that cows are farting our planet to death and stuff like that. But then when you really look at a lot of these, like you say, meat substitutes or a lot of the vegan and vegetarian products, how much of the stuff is mass produced elsewhere in the world, shipped over massive containers, flown over?
Oh yeah.
Like, there is more of an effect to the environment from vegan and vegetarian products than I ever think there is with the meat industry.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make sexy headlines or sexy Netflix documentaries, though, does it?
If it is like Beyond Burgers and the Beyond Meat, let's say Beyond Meat, because that's probably one of the most well-known brands in the UK. Is it sexy? Is it a real buzzword? And people go, I'm going to jump on the back of this because this is going to be what the people want. I don't really see it as that. It's sort of like a bit of a, I don't know, unwashed alternative.
I think the alternative meat trade is very similar to the craft ale trade from 10 years ago, where suddenly everyone was producing their own craft ales and the market just became saturated with different beers with people just churning them out and they tasted like crap.
Are they not anymore? Has that petered off? Has it died?
I think so. I think people that are making the craft beers now are making good ones, and the ones that are good. Yeah. And I think maybe we're now seeing that dip with these. I don't think there's ever going to be a time when we don't get rid of the meat alternatives, and that's fine. I get it. But I don't get it. But
no, I don't get it. But you think that it was a big boom, and then everyone went, wow.
Yeah.
And basically, it's all just the shit ones are falling away, and the ones that are really sort of like doing well will stay, but it'll be a small handful rather than tens or hundreds of brands. Yeah,
I think so. I mean, my thing has always been my script, as it were, with customers when you talk to them is when, we get a lot of people saying, well, I used to be vegetarian, but I've started to eat meat now, or I've changed from supermarkets because I want to know where my meats come from.
Yeah.
It's about that message isn't quite there, that eating meat isn't bad. You just want to be eating the right kind of meats. So from your local butcher, from your local farmer, where that carbon footprint is a lot smaller than your supermarket shipped over from South America or whatever.
Right.
And educating people to cook meat better. So again, I'll come back to Sutton Hoo. Big shout out to Sutton Hoo.
Mm-hmm.
But their whole sort of marketing trend that goes along with their product when you become a supplier is their leaflets that one chicken isn't one meal. One chicken is 3 meals.
Yeah.
And it's about educating customers in terms of using that one piece of meat to make more than just one meal in terms of making their money go further.
Yeah.
So one of my Sutton Hoo chickens is going to cost you £20, but you're going to get a meal for 4 for 3 days from that 20 quid. If you use it, if you cook and use it correctly, your roast chicken, first day, you chicken curry the next, and then you've got soup, noodles, a broth, that kind of thing with the bones and whatever meat's left over.
It goes as far as you want it to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because again, I think it comes back to that kind of throwaway culture that we buy a big chicken or we buy a big roast, we have it for one meal, haven't finished it, give it to a dog, chuck it in the bin.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that does wind me up, because my grandma used to do that all the time. Pick off all the leftover chicken and give it to the dog.
Yeah.
When we'd only eaten half of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's my favourite thing is looking at the meal the next day that you've had the night before and going, right, what am I going to make with the leftovers here?
Yeah.
Everyone does it with Christmas. Everyone does it with their turkey.
So
they all talk about their leftovers, but no one talks about their leftovers from their Sunday roast.
Yeah.
It's just about getting that message out there that you don't need to stop eating meat. You just need to learn how to make the most of that meat, how to make your money go further.
Yeah. I think people enjoy the fact that they're supporting something that is good for them, when there's no real soul in, this could be my personal opinion, it could be arguably so, that there's no real soul in Beyond Meat and the meat alternatives, as is synthesized stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's no real, like with an animal, you almost see it as think of that animal has died for us to eat it, when a lot of this meat substitutes have been made in a lab.
Yeah.
And it contains 40 ingredients. Go back to the ultra processed episode that Ant and I did, and we discuss it of how much ingredients are in a Beyond Burger as well.
Yeah.
It's ludicrous when what's in a butcher's, or a reputable butcher's burger, is beef and maybe 2 or 3 other ingredients. But whether they use a packet seasoning or they just use salt and onions, it's night and day. And my take on it is that people have got bored of it. The novelty's worn off.
Yeah.
There was the big boom around it during COVID.
Yes.
Really took off then, and then after that, and it's slowly declining in sales because people are understanding that it is, bluntly putting it, full of shit.
I mean, I remember when Beyond Burger came kind of over to the UK, I was working for Booker's then still. Yeah. And so Beyond Burger came into Booker's, and it was put under the butcher's category.
All right, because they were like, it says burger.
It's a burger, yeah. So my job as butchery manager, and DC will contest to this, and anyone else that works, so our job as a butchery manager is to be the salesman for the meat.
Right.
So we're going out to see potential customers about what we can, do for them meat-wise and things like that. But then I'm also on the back of that having to say, also, do you want some Beyond Burgers as well?
But what if you didn't mention the Beyond Burgers? Would that be detrimental to you as an employee? Because they're like, you're not pushing this.
Basically, yeah, because it's all down to, those Beyond Burgers, they sit in the butchery category, so those sales are hitting your targets. So if you're not pushing them, you're not hitting your targets. And as with all these big companies, they have their trends on certain, units they want to shift so many of, new products coming in and things like that.
Yeah.
So, so we, as butchery managers, we were kind of told to promote and push Beyond Burgers as much as we could.
No fun.
It just felt like madness.
I bet you did. You had your whole sort of like spiel that you said about just pushing the meat.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you're like, we also have these Beyond Burgers.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're whispering under your breath, or just give them a quick leaflet in their back pocket.
Yeah, I got Beyond Burgers. Yeah, pretty much.
They just throw them in the bin. You're like, yeah, they all got sold. That's incredible.
Yeah. And that was it. So we had those, and then we had fresh. Yeah, I forget. We had Finnebrogue, who a sausage company out in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
They make all of Booker's premium pork sausages, but they also launched a line of vegan sausages and burgers
Why?
that were fresh. So they weren't frozen, they were fresh. They came in with like 4-day shelf life on.
Yeah.
And we had to keep them in and had to keep promoting them.
Because it was your main supplier of sausages.
Because it was our main supplier and it fell under the butchery category. And as with all...
That should have been in the
companies, you know,
greengrocers section.
Yeah.
The chiller fridges and there.
But your shrinkage and wastage and how much you're throwing away obviously is all monitored. And you've got these vegan products that we're meant to promote coming in with 4 days life on them that looks awful. I mean, the sausages, it looked like someone with bowel problems had had a shit.
No.
Is the best way to describe them. They were bright green, like broccoli and spinach or something like that, sausages.
So they just shoved the skin full of peas.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And it was bright, luminous green. And we were meant to be promoting these as the butchery managers because they fell under our category.
This is so weird. Such strange behaviour.
Yeah.
When that really should be a different department.
Yeah. You know, Bookers train greengrocers. They have a greengrocer training program where they teach the guys that are in those departments, you know, about seasonal veg and how to promote them and sell them. So why did they not then also put these vegetarian options in their category? I'll never know.
Strange behaviour.
The joys of the big company.
Yeah, ultimately that led to a loss for them, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Or did they
we
actually
used
sell?
to have to reduce and get rid of because we had to keep them stocked because they're a new line.
So weird.
But they had such an awful shelf life on them. Yeah, it's very odd.
Absolutely ludicrous. We can get onto that in another episode if you like.
Onto what?
Because you put them on blast if you like, or they might sue us. I don't.
Yeah, they might
maybe
sue
I don't
us.
do that.
No, I don't want to do that.
No.
I don't want to come on as a guest host and take down the podcast.
Yeah. You're just that. Like, sorry, not sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Here's before we finish up today, here's another another article for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is published on the 7th of August 2024, so 4 or 5 days ago. Inadequate border testing facilities create food waste and delays. So if it wasn't difficult enough to get the food that you want currently at a cheap price, they're fucking wasting it, from leaving lorry drivers to just sit there in their trucks, and things are just slowly degrading and it has to be chucked away.
Well, the other answer to that is don't import.
It's true. This is true. Inadequate lab facilities are at the British border. They're creating delays and food waste as authorities are forced to send samples back to the EU for testing, according to a cross-sector group representing the food and drink industry.
So we just got lorries of meat just sitting there.
No meat.
Festering.
It's also got deli meats as well. I mean, they're volatile enough as it is, deli meats, aren't they? As soon as they get a little bit warm, you're well up for some bad news. Vegetables as well. It's crazy.
I mean, we talk about food waste, and the government preach on about food waste and what we're doing in terms of how much we're chucking away, but then they're then allowing stuff to sit there and go manky before it can even get to us.
Correct. And then there'll be a limited supply of what's already in the country, and the price will go up.
Yeah.
Cost of living.
Don't worry, Keir Starmer will sort it all out.
Oh, do you really think so?
Super Keir.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't realise he was a Sir, because then people have been calling him Sir Keir Starmer, right?
Yeah.
And then I just thought that was his name.
What, Sir Keir?
That's how. And you'd be surprised to hear that he's a white man. I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be another Rishi Sunak, but it wasn't.
No. You learn something new every day, Luke.
You do, and the fact that I know nothing to do with British politics does not keep me up at night.
No, exactly. It is much easier that way to be blissfully unaware.
that, much like all the politics in the world at the moment that's going on, US politics is on another level because of just the sheer size of that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have no time for it, and it's just crazy. I don't have the cognitive function to even understand it, Doug.
No. I mean, my boys are interested, and they ask me, the eldest one especially,
Really?
Yeah, like, he's 8. He wants to take an interest in the world and understand what's going on around him. Although we did have to explain that because we had a new prime minister didn't mean we were also getting another new king.
Oh,
He was
that feels sweet.
he was a bit confused on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find you can be much happier in life without taking interest in politics or the weather.
The weather, I mean, this is pretty good weather for a weekend.
Yeah.
When I'm not working today. But it will not be fun if it's like this during the week because it's going to be hot.
Yeah. And then you get everyone coming in going, oh, it's lovely out there.
Yeah. It must be so nice in here when they don't realise that the bottom of your servovers chuck out hot air from the cool air that's being created inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Idiots. Or you just go stand under the fan in the fridge. That's nice. Yeah. The fan in your fridge is like crazy for that. So good.
That's because we've only got a small fridge. That's why we have it. That's why it dry ages so well.
Yeah.
It's because that fan that fan is built for a fridge 3 times the size of mine.
That's cool.
Is what it's kind of like by the engineers.
Been bootlegged on top of it.
Yeah, basically.
That's cool.
Yeah, the fans we've got in there should be keeping a fridge, 3 times the size of mine. Cold. Bad. Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice. Well, this has been good, don't you think?
Been fun.
It has been fun. And get well soon. He'll come back and he'll be talking the King's English like us.
He will be.
In no time.
I thought he was going to go for the Michael Caine voice.
I reckon. Oh,
yeah.
He'll be insufferable with that. Hello.
Hello.
My name is Anthony Navarro.
I'd like to hear him give it a try there.
I know, fucking hell. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys. Couple of things. Mental health. Check on a friend. Give them a call. It's not just for 1 month. It is all year round. And get your bums, boobs, and balls checked. Doug, this has been brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye-bye.